All right, and we're back on. Welcome to BCF Talk, Sunday evening podcast with Johnny and
Kouang.
So today is December
13th,
2015.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about today?
Well, I figure most students are coming back home for winter break. It reminds me of when I was back in school when we always had actual breaks. Now that I'm a young working professional, no such things as winter breaks or summer breaks anymore. So I was just reminiscing about the different family vacations that we had, going on large van caravans and stuff like that. But I was actually thinking about the one van that I had. I don't know if you remember the A-Team van that I had.
I think, is it what they call a Winnebago or something?
Is it a Winnebago? I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Winnebago was more like the RV style. Is it?
Oh,
anyway, if any of the listeners are like, if they know what A-Team is,
it's
the A-Team van.
It's a van, yeah.
It's just this black van with the bed inside, which I think was the coolest thing.
Well, the two coolest things about that van that's different from your conventional minivans is that it had a bed, a mattress in there, and it had a TV.
Yeah, especially for back in the 90s.
Especially the TV before iPhones, iTablets, all this stuff came out.
Nowadays you have a DVD player with the TV and you can watch movies and stuff as
you actually had to you couldn't really play DVDs either. You had to tune the station to a TV station.
If you're traveling because we used to take that van on long road trips. So I remember when the first time we went to Yellowstone. It was the first camping trip, and wherever you go, if you're in the dead middle of the state, there's no reception, so it's just static. But you have to change the TV stations for that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's funny. But what's cool about the van was the bed. This made it really awesome, especially considering that we were a lot smaller. I think now if we did it... It
felt very roomy for a family to travel around.
Especially because you don't have to buckle up. You're just lying down in the bed. And there's no...
I think you're technically not supposed to drive with the bed.
Probably not. But I would sleep and I would strap myself into the bed. That way I don't fall or slip and stuff like that.
Yeah. For those who are interested, we'll post a picture of that van so you can have an idea what it looks like.
I love that van. I was sad because the van was bought from my uncle who lives in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And then they shipped it over here because I don't even know why we bought it all the way from Minnesota. We could have just bought a van here in California.
Yeah,
that's strange. In any case, I was just thinking of that van and thinking of different vacations that we had growing up with all of our cousins and stuff.
So which ones can you think of?
Well, the main one, the biggest one that I remember is the one to Yellowstone. It was one of our first camping trips that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on that trip, right?
Of course. Yeah. I was telling I was giving a monologue about my Yellowstone trip.
Oh, yeah, for your class?
It was fun because throughout the whole trip, I was kind of I don't know if you say, what's the word? Stowaway? Because I would travel from your van to our van.
Because there was 3, 4 vans. Because whenever we travel, there's always, it's like a caravan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mini Oregon Trail, basically without stagecoaches. We're using actual, metal vehicles.
So I got to experience road tripping with
three different families
and 3 different vans. Yeah.
Every other rest stop, you're jumping into the next van and stuff like that. What was it like?
It was like I told him, it's totally different. I mean, in your van, the grandparents were there, it's you can't be very rowdy. When we're in Talk's van, Andy was the baby at the time, and he was very controlling. So all we could do is listen to Hercules soundtrack the whole trip.
Dude, every time I sit in their van, it's always the Disney soundtrack. Yeah, either that one or Pocahontas.
And then when we got to Ying's van, then that's the one where you hear more rap and rock and rap and rock music playing. So totally different experience in all 3 vans. Yeah,
you're a stowaway. You jumped in and rode in there. Yeah. I used to remember the Yellowstone trip because we would all stuff ourselves in. And they would have an ice chest in the front of the van between the driver's side and the passenger side. And I would just sit on the ice chest the entire ride through, instead of actually sitting in the seat, which is very illegal, but whatever. Yeah. It's exciting to do that. So many more other trips with that. So there was the Yellowstone, and there was like other camping trips that we went on. I think that the Yellowstone one, it's like it rained out on us the very first night.
Oh, it did?
I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember.
Like the first time, it was like our very first camping trip that we had.
Yeah.
And after we set up our tents, like that immediately that night, it just started to pour.
I don't remember it was pouring, but I know it was sprinkling or raining.
No, it was like pretty good downpour, and I remember just being in the tent. So it was you, me, Cindy, and my parents were in the tent.
Yeah.
And at that time, we couldn't go out, so we just had stayed in there and hung out in the tent the entire night. Kind of a good trial by fire, first time camping, trying to figure out how to survive in the rain. Cause,
I think that was the most like outdoorsy nature camping trip that I've been on.
Yeah.
I
think that was because the first one for all of us at that time.
I mean, it's not only like just 1 or 2 days; it was a whole week.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a whole week away from home.
Oh, what I really loved about like our caravan trips when we were younger is waking up at 4 a.m. before the sun even rises to just go out on the trip. That was
you like
a lot
that
of fun.
Part of the trip?
I like that part because it's kind of a lot of adventure to it. Like there's there's this novelty. Like, okay, I got to get
it's the
there's the excitement of it.
The dawn of that day. You're up before anybody else and you're hitting the roads, you know?
There's like this eerie quietness to it, and you're like this pioneer.
You can almost think of like when you think of your heroic stories, you know, where when you go out on adventure, you want to do it before everybody wakes up.
It's true.
That's when you set foot off. Yeah, I guess you kind of
before the bad guys attack.
Yeah.
yeah, I missed that. We don't do that as much. I think as we're getting older, people are like, nah, it's just whenever we feel like getting up, we'll go and then drive and go on the trip. Because we used to do it for Vegas, even though Vegas is only 4 hours away. We used to wake up like at 6:30, 6 a.m. and then drive to Vegas.
Now it's like the opposite.
It's like, I wake up at 9.
No, for me, if I go out to Vegas, it's usually like nighttime. You know?
Oh, yeah? Because you don't like waking up early.
Yeah.
That's fun. But yeah, man, what else with the van other than that? And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Talking about family vacations, continuing on with our discussion about the 18 van that I had before.
The 18. Dun, 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 dun,
dun. I always wanted to be Mr. T on that one.
Well, you know what? When we were kids, we actually
played it.
We gave each other characters. I think, yeah. I
think Ing was the main guy,
like Murdoch or something.
I don't remember.
I don't know their names, but yeah. Pong got the guy with the cool, funny hat or whatever.
And then there's Mr. T, and then there was like the suave dude. Yeah, I think that was you.
Yeah.
Suave dude. Did they do a remake of the 18?
They did with what's his name, Rampage Jackson as instead of Mr. T. Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't watch it.
And then Bradley Cooper plays the suave dude.
Oh yeah.
And then I think I don't know who played the older fellow, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that movie. But in any case, I was talking about
the caravanning experience.
The caravan experience, because I don't think a lot of people have that type of experience of, 3-4 different families driving 3 vans, following each other from place to place. And if the leader doesn't know where they're going, you get lost, and then everybody has to, do a big old U-turn, and that's kind of fun.
Another fun thing is every time it's almost mandatory on those trips to stop at rest areas and like picnic,
Yeah,
pretty much. Because right nowadays, when you just go on a one car road trip, you might pass a lot of rest areas.
Yeah,
but I think because when you have like 3 cars following each other, someone's bound to need to rest.
Yeah, usually.
So, yeah.
The best part is when before cell phones became a thing, we had walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
And so we would, from all 3 vans, we would connect each other on a single channel and just do walkie-talkies with each other.
Yeah.
That was always fun.
Now my dad, I think he got. I don't know if he was the one who got the first ones, but yeah. I think Carl's dad actually got the first ones.
Got the first ones.
Then my dad got some other ones because like those were like the coolest toys for them.
Yeah. And now it's like you just call or text each other.
Yeah.
And just do it. And it's not as exciting as it was back then.
What's really funny with those is when you tune your frequency around and you receive other people's walkie-talkie transmissions and you start talking to them.
And they're like, get off our channel. Like, no, you're on our channel.
Yeah.
But you also sometimes you get like truckers.
Yeah.
So like trucker channels on those. So yeah, we'd always do that. And we try to use like secret code names and stuff like that. Try to talk to each other. I don't remember any of those code names like Brown Bear, Big Bear, Black Bear. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think we got those code names from some of those HK spy movies because that's what they would like call each other. Like small cat. Where's Red Falcon? I don't know.
something
like that.
Some code names.
Yeah,
like tacky animal code names, stuff like that. Yeah, part of the excitement that I had, and I'm thinking about it when I get my own family, is to do something very similar. Because most of it is there's a bunch of kids going on that, and then we had different families, different personalities, different groups going in and creating a lot of excitement for every trip that we had. So like, for example, like we went to Yosemite. There was one where we just caravaned up, and along the way there's different stops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I remember we went to, I think it was Yosemite, where one, I don't know if this is related, but we were at Yosemite, went to McDonald's, and at that time they were selling the Arch Deluxe. I don't know. This is just a random story.
I mean, the name sounds familiar. I don't remember what it was.
Basically, it was like Arch Deluxe, like hamburger. And I ate like 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I got sick and ended up throwing up in the hotel bathroom because I ate way too much of it. There's no relevance to anything.
Yeah.
Other than that, I ate a bunch of hamburgers and I threw up.
I see.
I don't know whether it's because like the Arch Deluxe wasn't very good or just because I ate too much McDonald's at that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think before Yellowstone, I think the first big trip was Grand Canyon.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that? I think some of you guys actually went more than once.
Yeah, so it's like I
only remember going that one time where everybody went. Yeah.
I think we have a picture somewhere of that too, but I just don't remember it.
I think those are the only experiences where like first-hand experience where you're told to not feed squirrels,
because they'll bite you and get fat. Yeah, we took so many trips as a family, and I miss it. Like the family trips, like everybody's getting older now. They have their own thing, their own family or their own groups of friends, and their own lives that they lead. So not a lot of family time to go on these long trips and stuff like that. It's kind of a shame. Kind of want to keep that type of ritual, like summer road trips or winter break road trips. I think part of it is like Kao's dad would always make us go on these trips.
Oh, okay.
Because he's always like, I want to go see, like Bryce Canyon, or I wanted to go see Redwood National Forest, or I wanted, like, that's what he would want to do, and then we just go along. So you needed someone to plan these activities, or else it's never going to happen. I think Daitan was the one who would plan them, and people just tag along as part of the trip, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, all it takes, one person to...
So we basically seen most of like the West Coast, like all the natural sceneries and national forests and stuff because of Taizan.
Yeah, because that's what
he wants to do.
That's what that's his interest.
Yeah.
So it takes one person to, just want to
just go
feel their interest, and then everybody else gets to benefit from tagging along. Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah.